Captain William Chen had seen 3 solar cycles of deep space exploration, but nothing had prepared him for the sight before him. His shuttle lay broken on the rust-colored surface of Kepler 442b, smoke still rising from the damaged thruster assembly. The impact had been brutal, and his distress beacon was barely functional. He was checking the hull integrity when he heard it, a small voice cutting through the thin atmosphere his suit translated into audible sound. "Captain, if we fix your shuttle, would you let Mama rest inside? She's too weak to stand." William spun around, hand instinctively moving to his sidearm. Standing 30 meters away was a child. At least it looked like a child. Humanoid, no more than 8 standard years in appearance, with pale skin that seemed almost translucent in the orange light of the distant sun. Behind the child stood a woman, swaying slightly, her arm wrapped around what appeared to be a makeshift crutch. "Who are you?" William demanded, his translator broadcasting the question. "I'm Elsa," the child replied, taking a step forward. Her eyes were too large, too bright, clearly not human. "We've been watching your kind for generations. You crashed near our settlement." William's hand remained on his weapon. First contact protocols flooded his mind, but they all assumed he'd be on a functioning ship with a full crew, not stranded and alone. "My mother is sick," Elsa continued, her voice steady despite her apparent youth. "The radiation from the old wars still poisons our water, but we can fix your ship. We've studied human technology from the debris fields in orbit." "Debris fields?" William's blood ran cold. "What debris fields?" "From the colony ships that tried to settle here 200 years ago," Elsa said matter-of-factly. "They didn't survive, but we learned from what they left behind." The woman behind Elsa coughed, a wet, rattling sound that William recognized. "Radiation poisoning, advanced stage. She had weeks at most. Why would you help me?" William asked, slowly removing his hand from his weapon. Elsa's expression didn't change. "Because humans don't give up. We've watched your probe transmissions, studied your languages, learned your history. You survive things that should kill you. You adapt. You endure." She paused, glancing back at her mother. "We thought if we helped you, maybe you'd help us." William looked at his shuttle, then at the dying woman, then at the child who spoke with the weariness of someone far older than she appeared. "What do you need?" he asked. "Medical technology, water purification systems, anything that can filter the radiation." Elsa's voice cracked slightly. "We're the last generation. After us, there's no one left." William's mind raced through his cargo manifest. The shuttle's medbay had portable filtration units, regenerative medicine pods, broad-spectrum treatment modules, all designed to keep him alive on hostile worlds. All of it could save this woman, could save this species, but protocol was clear. First contact required authorization. Sharing technology with pre-space civilizations was strictly forbidden. He looked at Elsa again, at her 2 large eyes that held something he recognized, hope mixed with resignation. The same look he'd seen in the mirror after his crew died in the Proxima disaster. "Show me what you can do," William said. Over the next 6 hours, William watched in astonishment as Elsa directed a group of adults who emerged from underground dwellings. They worked with a precision that seemed almost impossible, their long fingers manipulating tools that were clearly salvaged and repurposed from human technology. They spoke in their own language, a musical combination of clicks and tones, but switched seamlessly to English when addressing him. They replaced his thruster assembly using parts they'd fabricated from memory. They rewired his navigation systems with an understanding of quantum mechanics that suggested their civilization had once been far more advanced. They worked efficiently, desperately, every movement calculated to prove their worth. Elsa's mother, whose name William learned was Mira, sat in the shade of the shuttle's wing watching with feverish eyes. As the sun began to set, casting long shadows across the alien landscape, Elsa approached William again. "We're finished," she said simply. "Your shuttle will fly." William ran his diagnostic scanner. Every system showed green. They hadn't just repaired his ship, they'd improved it. He made his decision. "Get your mother inside," William said, opening the shuttle's medical bay. "And anyone else who's sick?" Elsa's eyes widened. "Captain." "I'm declaring a medical emergency," William interrupted. "First contact protocols include exceptions for imminent loss of life. I'm invoking that exception." He knelt down to meet her eyes. "Besides, your people helped a human in need. We don't forget that, ever." Tears formed in Elsa's large eyes. "Thank you." As the medical pods hummed to life, beginning their work on Mira and 3 other critically ill individuals, William sent an encrypted message to command. He detailed the situation, the first contact, his decision. He knew it might end his career. But when he looked at Elsa standing beside her mother's pod with hope blazing in her eyes, he knew it was worth it. "Captain," Elsa said softly, "when more of your people come, will they be like you?" William thought about humanity, flawed, stubborn, occasionally magnificent. "Some will be," he said honestly, "and we'll make sure the others learn to be." In the medical pod, Mira's vital signs began to stabilize. In orbit above, William's distress beacon finally punched through the interference, broadcasting his location across the stars. The age of humanity's expansion had just changed forever, all because a child asked a simple question, and a captain chose compassion over protocol.